Justin Trudeau warns if Canada opens too early, the country could be sent back into confinement.
Here's a summary of the article.
Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau warned that if provinces reopen too quickly, a second wave of the coronavirus pandemic could send the country back into confinement this summer, Reuters reported. Trudeau said in a briefing on Saturday that despite promising indicators like a flattening rate of daily cases in many provinces, Canada is not in the recovery phase yet, and any reopening should be gradual. "We are still in the emergency phase," Trudeau said, according to Reuters. Trudeau's comments come as Quebec begins to reopen schools and businesses outside Montreal, despite the region counting nearly twice as many confirmed cases of the virus than any other province and nearly 60% of the country's total deaths, CTV News reported. "I understand how much people do want to go outside, but we need to do it in ways that we are sure are going to keep people safe, because the last thing people want is a few weeks from now being told, okay, we loosened the rules and now COVID is spreading again and you're all going to have to go inside for the rest of the summer," Trudeau said, according to CTV. A new report noted by CTV via the Institut National de Santé Publique du Québec said the Greater Montreal area could see 150 daily deaths on average by the end of June if lockdown measures were lifted, in addition to 1,000 new cases of the virus a day and a rapid increase in hospitalizations. Canada is not alone in weighing the crushing economic impact of the novel coronavirus pandemic against the safety of reopening. The country saw a record-breaking loss of 2 million jobs in April as the number of cases spiked from more than 9,500 to 54,000.
This post received a score of 40,000, with an upvote ratio of 87%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
I've been working every Sunday doing settlement checks near a major highway in the South Lower Mainland since before COVID-19 lockdown started. There was zero traffic most days where I am working. That's why I chose Sunday mornings to do the weekly checks. Rather than just checking for oncoming traffic and crossing, I had to go under an overpass because gaps in traffic were 5 to 15 minutes apart.
Yeah, it doesn't help that this was Mother's Day weekend and it's like 26 degrees and sunny.
26 and sunny, cries in Ontario.
Dear Vancouver, it snowed today. Sincerely, Edmonton.
Dear Vancouver and Edmonton, it snowed this weekend. Sincerely, New Jersey.
Dear New Jersey, go back to Teaneck and hide in a pothole. Sincerely, Toronto.
You think we need to travel that far to find potholes in this state? I've always felt Waze should just say, entering New Jersey, there's potholes everywhere. Seriously. And then it won't have to warn you every half mile.
In Teaneck there is a pothole that swallowed my $300 pickup truck I just left. It bought a bike from a homeless man and biked my way to a bus station, went back home to Canada.
The only solution is to make testing fast, easy, and widely accessible. Ideally some kind of test that you take every day which tells you ASAP whether or not you're infected.
Even with the best testing it will still spread, although more slowly with precautions.
Maybe they were referring to testing for antibodies?
That's the test we should be trying to make easily accessible. No need to quarantine a bunch of people with antibodies.
Unfortunately, those antibody tests right now vary considerably in how accurate they are. I think when standards are orders of magnitudes better, then might help quite a bit. A troubling scenario could be that people intentionally expose themselves so that they can participate in the economy. We also have to ensure that once the ability of those individuals to work is no longer inhibited by the presence of the threat, that those individuals have a job to go back to.
Whether people like it or not, we won't have a vaccine for at least a year and a half, and that doesn't include the logistics of supplying a vaccine to hundreds of millions of people. Action needs to be taken, and they need to start discussing solutions like coming in and out of quarantine so we don't overload hospitals.
I think for the vaccine, people at risk, elderly should be the first to receive it. As someone with a healthy immune system, I think people who are vulnerable should receive it before me.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.